Yeah, and we can get started. Okay, good morning, everybody. Today's date's not Monday, it's Tuesday, May 26th. Hope everybody had a good Memorial weekend and all remember our veterans pay the ultimate sacrifice. We got a quorum today. Commissioner Head will be out. So if you please rise for the pledge of allegiance, followed by the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Williams, you want to lead us in prayer, please?
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you have granted us. Thank you for the rain you have bestowed upon our land. Father, thank you for all that have served and gone before us after we celebrated this last Memorial Day. Father, be with us as we do the business of the county. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
I nearly said judge in that prayer, for World War II veterans serving up here.
World War II veteran commissioner report. Gotcha. Inside joke. Okay, number 2, review and act on minutes of May 11th, 2026. Everything looks good for y'all precincts commissioners. I've already, Commissioner Williams get a copy of this after the meetings and I've already gone through it all.
Make a motion that the minutes be.
Okay, I'll second that.
Sure.
I'll second that motion. Motion been made by Commissioner Williams, approve the minutes. I second the motion. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes of May 11th, 2026, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 3, audience and individuals. We got some individuals here, but I think it's on our agenda items. So we'll go down from there to consider on act on accounts payables. Commissioner, accounts payables packages there.
The only thing I got, Robert ain't here, but one of them's Craig again, one of them was Robert, one was Craig's, both of them are material for sides,
What page is that?
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
You know what that is, Craig?
I think that was their tractor, wasn't it? That side worked on it?
Not equal amounts,
No.
but it shouldn't be under materials anyway.
Probably coded it wrong.
Well, I don't know about Robert's either, he's got one also the sides, but it says materials too.
So you're saying that should probably repairs or something?
Right, it's fair.
Yeah.
It seems like it's happening pretty,
Repairs.
it's happening pretty often. Material should be road materials.
Okay.
I like checking. I know I put mine. Repaired it as a flower.
Just treasure one. He's not on.
I guess the only other one, the 23 on Jason's, the 2,300 foot a new fence, is that the county's part?
No, that is the total. S&M fencing did it to us and the landowner is going to pay us back.
Okay.
So there's a dealing with S&M. He wanted to be paid immediately. So the landowner is supposed to be coming by this week, or well, he come by yesterday and the courthouse was closed. He didn't realize it was closed on Monday to make his payment.
So his payment is 2/5 or
Yeah, his
3/5?
payment would be 7,000 or $4,005, 4,500. I'll get it out right here in a minute, 4,500.
Hey, Jet,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Jackie's on her way up
Okay,
to talk about the accounts payable.
okay. Miss Jackie, good morning.
I had a hard time understanding it now. What was your question?
On precinct 1 and 2, for sides, it says materials.
Sign.
It's a different amount, sides incorporated.
Thinking it should be repairs.
So. Okay, this is our order, it's not the actual accounts payable. Can I see the accounts payable, please?
Yeah.
Amy, is that what you're saying too?
2 and 3.
Precinct
1 and
1 and
2.
2,
1 and 2.
yeah, with sides incorporated.
On mine, it's the very last one,
Okay,
5/14/72.
okay, I see where y'all are seeing that. So they were coded for precinct 2. They were coded under repairs and supplies. But the way that the format is set up, it says precinct 1 or precinct 2 materials. Craig's was coded under 314, 11,400, 314. That's how he coded it. I believe, is that equipment? So his was coded under equipment, but how our format is set up in the system, it has a template and it says materials. So it's not road materials, it's just materials.
So
And
this,
and I can update them.
So this is
We
not-
need to change it because these are coming up
Yes,
pretty often as materials, and we need to designate the difference between road materials and.
yes, sir, I can get that changed today.
so is that coming out of line item, now that you said that, is that coming out of 314 still? Or
Yes.
it's just the word materials is added?
It's just the word materials that was put in there, and again, I can change it. But,
Okay.
precinct 2's was put under repairs and supplies. So that's 316. Yours, Craig, was put under 314, which I think is equipment. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I can, if y'all want me to change the wording of it before I print out the checks, so that it says repairs and supplies, I can do that, or equipment, I can do that.
I think it needs to be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
So,
I think it needs to say whatever that line item says.
okay. So it's, the issue is that it's hard because sometimes I know y'all are like, what is this for? So I tried to put in what exactly it is for. That's the issue I have. So I can leave everything as repair and supplies or equipment or whatnot. But then there's the question of y'all coming back and saying, well, what is this for? What was the equipment? What was the repair for? What vehicle it was? And there's only a limited amount of space for it in the system. So, you know, obviously I'll do what y'all want me to do.
I would think repairs and supplies are on all of your equipment. I mean, that's pretty cut and dried.
Unless it's purchasing equipment, yeah.
Yes, sir. I can get that changed and I'll change it before, I actually print out the text $1 for the accounts payable.
okay,
All right,
Do y'all
Thank
need
you.
anything else?
no,
All right, thank you.
thanks, Jackie. Okay, so we made notation of those, 2 changes. Anything else? Commissioners, y'all see we need change? Somebody want to make a
I
motion
make a motion, we approve the accounts payables.
with the noted changes? Okay. Commissioner Williams made the motion, got a second by Commissioner Sullivan. Any other comments, discussions? All those in favor of accepting the accounts payable with the noted changes, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it unanimously. Number 5, discussion with Center for Life Resources, Mr. Dion White, and related matters. Mr. Dion, good morning. Come on in here, sir, and good seeing you today. We always look forward to seeing you every year. If you can give us kind of a quick recap of what all your group is doing, the wonderful things you do, and what you got going on today.
Well, we're serving more folks now than we ever have in the history of the center. For over 5,000 people annually. Our suicide attempts and things like that are on the rise, especially with kiddos. As a matter of fact, as I was sitting here, we had a young man in the early commit suicide, just graduated from high school, and so just really busy. We're in Texas, I spent a lot of time at the legislature, talking to representatives and senators, a lot of time. Right now, as of last week, Texas is the 8th largest economy in the world. We're bigger than Spain, Russia, Italy, our economy is, but as a state, we're ranked 49 out of 50 states in funding. And so, this next session doesn't look like it's gonna be good. Some will be a lot of spend. I know those hallways up and down, with my little tin cup rattling it around. And so that leads into the next thing I want to talk about is how important your support is. I always say the commissioners, the judge, we're cousins. We have different last names, may look a little bit different, but we're cousins because we're here to serve Texans. We're here to serve people. And I greatly appreciate having a board representative to represent the county on our board. And unfortunately, we're losing one, Carrie Roberts, who's been with us for 18 years. She served on our board for 18 years. She was a county attorney, I think, when she first came on, and she's gone on to do other things, but I can't say enough about her. She's been wonderful. When things are very chaotic in the middle of a storm.
I just excuse me interrupting. If you can turn the mic on,
Oh,
apparently the mic's not working.
Oh, how's that? Is that better?
Yeah, Miss Annette, is that better?
Do I need to start over?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Maybe that's working better.
Okay, but Carrie is just, like I said, 18 years, she's been a wonderful support for the center, she's very involved. Always leaned on her legal, being an attorney and helping us get through some difficult situations. As her kiddos have gone older, she's gotten busier, and just like, I've got 9 grandkids myself, so I understand how busy. So I thought she was gonna be here, so I'm gonna try and snag her when she's here in town.
Yeah, you can come to the office later sometime, whatever you
Yeah,
want to do.
I want to present this plaque.
So it's a nice plaque.
Yeah, to let her know about just how much we thank her and everything she's done. And we do have someone, Charles Walters, who's here today with me. He's in the back. He's lives in Mullen, right? Mullen. Yes. Yeah, and he used to work at the center back from over 7, 8 years, probably 9. I think his last year there was around 16, 17. But many years at the center. Now he's a nursing home administrator. And we're very, very, very thankful to have him step and fill her role as the representative for the county. And I'm requesting that we go ahead and replace Carrie with Charles.
Okay.
And if everything goes okay, he'll be at our board meeting tonight. Pending y'all's approval.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, so you're keeping about the same amount of people working for your staff as you have in the past?
Yeah, roughly, it's really hard for us to find staff. We've been averaging around 25 openings.
Yeah.
For the last 4 or 5 years, because it's hard to, we're competing against McDonald's.
And this district's Mills, Brown,
Well, for the main services, it's 7 counties.
7 counties.
Mills and Oklahoma, It's Brown, Coleman, Eastland,
Commission.
McCullough Commission. And then for ECI, one program, we have another 6 counties, 13 counties for that. So we have an office in Kerrville. So we cover it from Kerrville to Eastland.
Big district.
Big,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, good deal. Any questions for Mr. White? And Mr. Walters?
Yes, sir.
I thought it was Charlie, I thought at first said Charlie Waters, that's what he played. Got it?
I've been mistaken for him several times.
Yeah, Charlie Waters, yeah. Well, Charlie Walters, correct?
Yes.
Charlie, welcome. Glad you're, on board with them. I know you did a good job. So any other questions, commissioners, anything? And Mr. White, you'll again send me another email with the updated request and,
So that'll be needed to be voted on
to the new.
for Carrie to go out and
Okay.
that to go on since it's not a discussion here.
Yes, we got.
So we'll have to put it on the next agenda.
Okay,
And, but I mean, he can attend the meeting, he just can't vote.
Yeah,
You understand that, to do that, but we'll need to put that.
okay. I don't guess I've ever, since I've been.
We've
here-
done Carrie before several
Okay.
times.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
while back. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll get it on the next agenda item, and then you got that? I'm sure she got it. So we'll put consider an act on the new board replacement for Carrie Roberts.
and I'll
Okay?
send the information.
Yeah, send us information.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
We'll do that next at Commissioners Court meeting in June, okay?
Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Dion. Okay, moving on, number 6, consider an act on a proclamation declaring June as Elder Abuse Month. Commissioners, we do this every year. Elder Abuse Awareness Month proclamation, whereas older adults and people with disabilities and diverse backgrounds contribute to the well-being of the city by working, caregiving, volunteering, and actively preserving customs, rituals, and traditions. And whereas as we age, we build momentum by accumulating knowledge, experience, insight, and wisdom that can be shared to enrich our community. And whereas abuse of other older adults and people with disabilities is community concern affecting thousands of people across Texas. And whereas abuse against older adults and people with disabilities is grossly underreported because of social stigma, embarrassment, and fear. And whereas adult abuse affects men and women of all income and ability levels, all cultural and ethnic backgrounds, and all communities. And whereas elder abuse is everyone's business, it's important to strengthen our efforts to prevent, report, and address elder abuse. Now therefore, I, Judge Johnson, Mills County, in recognition thereof, do hereby proclaim the month of June 2026 to be Elder Abuse Month. Mills County urges all residents to work together to reduce abuse and neglect of older adults and people with disabilities. Witness our signatures and seal this 26th day of May 26th. So I'll make a motion we approve this proclamation for Elder Abuse Month. Second by Commissioner Sullivan. All those in favor of declaring this Elder Abuse Month, say aye. Aye, meaning June Elder Abuse Month. Ayes have it unanimously. All right, thanks. Okay, number 7, consider an act on declaring boxcar as salvaged. Commissioner, do I need to read this, you think, or you want to read it, or?
It don't matter, it's, when we get the boxcar on County Road 189 out of the ground, we need, and I hadn't even hollered at salvage company. We need to have a place to go with it, hopefully as soon as we can get it loaded on the trailer.
Okay,
So my idea is whether it's 1 piece or 10 pieces or 50 pieces, we don't know, but as soon as we get it loaded, we need to head to the salvage yard with it.
it's a short public notice, I'll read it real quick. Public notice, Mills County Precinct 3. Mills County Precinct 3 hereby provides public notice of its intent to declare certain county property as salvage property in accordance with Texas Local Government Code and applicable county purchasing disposition procedures. The items proposed for declaration of salvage consist of 1 boxcar, then the next one's condition rotted and no longer suitable for county use. I'd say it's definitely rotted and no longer usable. Upon formal action by the Commissioner's Court, these items will be removed from inventory and disposed of in a manner allowed by law, including recycling or other approved disposal methods, and any proceeds returned to the appropriate county account. This matter will be presented for consideration and possible action by the Mills County Commissioner Court at our regular meeting. For more additional information, you can contact Mills County Precinct 3 Commissioner Dale Parton. And for the public's information, that boxcar we think was put in the late 1960s, early 1970s. So it's been in there 50, 60 years. So
I make a motion that we declare the boxcar salvage as presented.
Okay, motion been made by Commissioner Williams,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Morton. All those in favor of declaring the box car salvage, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it unanimously. Number 8, consider an act on declaring 1986 case cracker model 1594, identification number 1152543 as surplus to be auctioned at Live Oak auction. Commissioner Williams, I believe that's yours, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We just got a tractor that's not being used, hasn't been used, and it is attached to the next item, which is the steel grid roller, and we were gonna get rid of those both. At a workshop earlier this year, we've discussed there's several equipments that not being used that the precincts are gonna start getting rid of.
Okay,
So
all right.
it is in working condition. It is, I mean, it worked. I mean, you tires up when you start it, go out there and start it right now. So
Okay, I'll make a motion, we declare this as surplus. Number 8. The case 1986.
I second it.
record. I made the motion, second by Commissioner Williams. All those in favor of declaring the 1986 case tractor as surplus, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 9, consider an act on declaring the steel grid roller with hydraulics as surplus to be auctioned, Live Oak auction related matters. Commissioner Williams, go ahead.
Same thing, it's just a big steel grid roller. This one is different from the other precincts and the fact that it's got hydraulic wheels that help pick it up and move it. But we've got, every precinct has one of these, so we don't need that many. That's just sitting there.
Okay,
So I make a motion that we declare the steel grid roller as surplus.
okay. Motion's been made, to declare the steel grid roller as surplus.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Morton. All those in favor of declaring the steel grid roller as surplus, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it unanimously. Number 10, consider an act on declaring 2007 Chevrolet 1500 pickup. I don't think I need to read that long VIN number as surplus to be auctioned at Live Oak auction. Commissioner Williams, go ahead.
This is my old truck that I used to drive. It was the courthouse used it a little bit, but it's having some issues with it. And so instead of us dealing with it, we're just gonna take it to the auction and get rid of it.
I think that's a good plan. All right,
I make a motion that we declare the 2007 Chevrolet pickup is VIN number printed as surplus.
okay, I'll second that. So we got a motion by Commissioner Williams, second by me to declare the 2007 Chevrolet 1500 pickup as surplus. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it unanimously. Okay, number 11. Consider an act on memorandum of agreement between Mills County, Texas and American Conservation Foundation for Community Wildlife Prevention Plan. Mr. David Shaw, do I need to read this or not? What do you think?
No, sir.
Thank God, because there's a lot of acronyms and
No, sir, I'm not.
I don't think you'll hear me read all this, but it's very important. I don't want people to think we're not taking this light. It's very important. This is a memorandum between Mills County, Texas, and American Conservation Foundation, which deals with community wildfire protection plan, community wildfire defense grants, amongst other things. So go ahead, Mr. Shaw.
Yes, sir. Good morning, gentlemen. Just briefly, the MOA that is on you right now is a project we're going to try to get authorized via the court to create our own community wildfire prevention plan. It's probably new to you, just the language, but basically the wildfire protection plan has some basic goals that we'd like to try to accomplish. It basically provides safety for our residents and all of our emergency responders during times of wildfire. It also limits our property loss resulting from wildfires throughout the year, educating the citizens of Mills County on the importance of and knowledge of wildland fire prevention, and then identify resources needed by our local fire departments. Those are just some high level goals. Some of the objectives we would use to create those, the plan, if you will, is looking at the complete wildfire risk assessments throughout the county. So the plan itself is pretty extensive. It provides a lot of data and information that we will use going forward over the next 5 years. Most of our contingent counties have CWPVs in place or in the process of looking at them as well. Another objective, identify areas to improve community preparedness. We're always talking about ways to help our citizens understand wildland fires and what we can and what we can't do, what we should and shouldn't do. So this is a good tool to use for that process. Promote wildland fire programs throughout the county. And then identify priorities for future fuel reduction projects. All of those are part of the plan once it's developed. It's extensive plan. It takes a lot of work to create the plan. Which leads us to why we're here today. Texas A&M Forest Service provides these grants across the state to develop the plan. However, a lot of those are reimbursable grants. And we know how those grants work. We have to pay out of our pocket and then wait to be reimbursed by the state in most cases. And that's somewhat budget cautious for us. I try not to get us into those situations where we have to put the money out and try to get the money back. Fortunately, we have an opportunity, Natural Resource Solutions in Gatesville. Steve is here today. Steve. So they came up and said, hey, we'd like to work on this plan with you guys. And I said, hey, if it's a reimbursable plan, I don't want to get us involved in that right now. Maybe in the future we look at it again. And they came and presented an option to work with the American Conservation Foundation, which is a group that develops plans like this. And I think, and I'm going to ask Steve to come up, I believe some of the work would be done coordinated through Steve's group in Gatesville. They produced other plans for other contingent counties. I don't want to speak for how this would all work out, but I think Steve can elaborate on it a little bit. The most important thing I want the court to understand is they're going to do this at no cost to the counties. There's no cost outlay from the county's perspective. I believe the process is going to be that they're going to develop the plan and get it approved, and we're going to submit the grant via American Conservation Foundation in Fort Mills County. But I'm not going to say more, so I don't want to mess it up.
We like no cost to the county, so that.
Absolutely. Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Good
Morning.
all. Morning. David nailed it. That's exactly right. We're actually in this process with a number of other counties right now. So in the month of May, Hamilton, Lampasas, and Erath counties have all signed these agreements. We're in the process of building plans for them now. What's happened, if you look around at your neighbors, Brown County, they applied for and received the $10 million. They built their own plan and then applied for the grant. Supposed to do it, got a $10 million grant last year. Eastland County, they hired a consultant, spent some money out of pocket and got a plan built and then applied for and actually received 2 grants, one for Eastland County and one for Cisco. Of course, this was right after they had really bad fires up there, so they got a good bit of money. I believe the Comanche County has hired a consultant and is applying for one this year. We were going to partner with them, but they were already looking ahead. So what ACF's done, and our group is the prime contractor. What ACF has done, they've got some resources. So they reached out to the U.S. Forest Service and proposed that for some of these counties that maybe had limited resources, smaller population, and try to pull them together and help them build their plans and then apply for grants to get those plans funded. So we've had extensive discussions with the U.S. Forest Service and with Texas Forest Service. No cost to the county. The only thing we would have, probably have a couple of public meetings. We'd ask David to sort of be our resource there. So I would certainly be welcome to come if you want to, but we can run that. And then we would work with David and probably volunteer fire departments, the right set of folks. It's kind of a group to get their input and build y'all a plan, and then turn around and apply for the grant. So this will be the last grant opportunity. It's a 5-year deal. I can tell you that in the first couple of years when we had a previous administration, White House takes it to get it. So we're trying to catch up a little bit here. And so the U.S. Forest Service is going to roll out and open what they call an opening and OPO for these grants, probably in July or August. So we need to get after it.
Sure.
So I think I'm certain.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward stuff when it comes to building plans. And again, I'll mention, just like our mitigation action plan and other county plans that we have, I think in a lot of cases, when these plans are put out by the state level saying, hey, we want you to create these plans for your communities, down the road, sometimes you'll see funding attached, grant funding attached. if you have a plan in place. So I think it's important that we look at this seriously, because this is an opportunity to get this done for free. It doesn't cost the county money, but it will benefit us in multiple ways going forward. I think it's advantageous for us to try to capitalize this. And so,
Sounds good.
Judge, I have a question.
Commissioner, go ahead.
So how's so it's a 5-year plan, correct? And so it's updated. How's it updated? I guess when I'm trying to go,
so.
because their company's gonna be out of it, right?
Right, so once the plan's developed, it'd be like our other plans, Commissioner, like our mitigation action plan. Every 5 years, we go through and we review the action plan, and this document would produce what we would call an action plan and say, hey, here's the things we should look at doing over the next 5 years. We may only get a portion of those maybe done in 5 years. We would just update what we've completed. We might have new problems now that we want to add to the plan. We just update that plan and submit our certificate back to the state.
Is the plans approved by this court, or is this all we do? Just
At the end of
this?
the day, the county judge signs the document.
So technically, the Texas Forest Service and the state government, so the Corio, we built one Corio County. And in that one, we had the Corio County Judge, Texas Forest Service, and then we had the 2 large fire departments, volunteer fire departments, both signed. And I mean, you could configure that anywhere you
Oh, yeah.
want.
Okay, I was just
But
curious.
you own the plan. I mean, we own the plan, rights sitting in our partnership account.
So is this just partnering with the Texas Forestry Service
So
or?
The Texas Forest Service, the U.S. Forest Service hands the authority down to the states to help sign off on those plans. They want more local. So the Texas Forest Service, the U.S. Forest Service provides the funds. And so we would get the plan approved, working with the Texas Forest Service. They have people assigned to this region. And you're gonna know Kylie Moran and these guys already. So Kylie would work with us. And as we work with the fire departments and with David and whoever else y'all identify, we build a plan. The Texas Forest Service reviews the plan. They sign off on it. We usually have a signing ceremony, the judge and the Forest Service signs off on it. And we take that plan, and that becomes the backbone for an application with big money. So the plan doesn't cost you anything. ACF would then apply for, and the MOA kind of spells it out, we would apply for one of these grants to try to get funds in to implement the plan. Now, I will tell you that, and David, I'm going to touch on this, we're pairing these counties up. So one of the ways that we're being more competitive, we found out that there was a lot of money going to California and North Carolina and some of the other states. And part of what they were doing, they were taking smaller counties and pairing them together. So they might each have their own plan that's very relevant to their county. But on their application for like $10 million grant, you might have 2 counties going together. Okay. What we're wanting to do here, we would want to pair you all up with Lampassas County because you butt up to them, and it would make a good fit. And then it would be a $10 million grant, and we would work with the 2 counties. Both would have very similar plans. And then we would, ACF, y'all wouldn't administer it, but we would spend the funds at your direction. Right? It would be what the plan says, and every step of the way you'll see in there, we talk about coordination with the county. So you would be involved kind of in the driver's seat with us on how we implement the plan, how we prioritize the funds we have to do the actions that need to be done.
Okay. All right, commissioners, questions?
The only thing I've got, and then just speaking for where my residence is, most of their equipment is provided or has been some sort provided by the Texas Forestry Service. So how would this be any different?
We tackle that.
You go ahead now, Paul.
So different programs. So this program is not going to fund like fire trucks, that kind of thing. This is more, let's say you've got a community in your county, maybe Mills County is not as bad, but some of the counties around you, a lot of folks are moving in and building these houses and developments, so they've got brush right up in the middle of their houses. And it's very high fire danger. This will be funds to thin out around those areas. So you've got county roads where you've got a lot of trees that are overhanging, and you would want to clear out if you had the resources. This would fund that. Okay, that is a different program than what you're talking about. It's not heavy on equipment, it's heavy on action, actually putting money on the ground.
Commissioner,
That's what I was just fixing to
To
ask, yeah.
that point, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the hazards we have in this county, the solar farms, the wind farms, all of that type of activity that's within this county is gonna be assessed during this process. And we're gonna determine what are the hazards for these areas. What do we need to be doing going forward to cover ourselves, so to speak, to eliminate those hazards?
Power lines.
Yeah, it could be all kinds of things. It's all kind of under this plan. It's a kind of overarching plan, a big umbrella comes involved in fire. It's very extensive. And so for us, and we see all the development we're currently experiencing in those counties, that I've noticed in the past couple of years, we really need to be looking at this going forward. We don't want to get caught behind the wheel on this thing, if it crashes. We want to be in front of this deal. This is a good opportunity for us to do it. It's like we said, this money dries up, all of a sudden it just goes away. Sure. So hopefully we can capture some of this. It's not going to cost the county any money. We'll be able to implement the plan and then manage it. I think it'll help you guys in the community as well.
Okay,
Yeah, the reason I ask that is I don't want to see anything that's deteriorating from the one thing that we've already obviously kind of done.
They're two separate.
It's an add-on, that's why they're not funding fire trucks out of this one, but they have a different process, and they don't want to mix the two.
Commissioner Sullivan, any questions or anything? Anything else, gentlemen? Okay. I will make a motion that we, approve the memorandum of agreement between Mills County, Texas and American Conservation Foundation for Community Wildfire Prevention Plan.
I'll second it, Judge.
Motion been made by me, second by Commissioner Williams. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the memorandum of agreement, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it unanimously.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good to
Thanks.
see you again, David. Thank you. We look forward to working with you all.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the help.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah. Okay, number 12, consider an act on Gold Lake Volunteer Fire Department interlocal agreement and related matters. We, the gentleman, refreshed our memory, we had this, Commissioner Williams did a lot of research and found that interlocal agreement, this goes back to working on the budget and everything. And we didn't know what we had. And this original one was done, Commissioner Williams, 2005, was it?
Yeah, 4 or 5, yeah.
2004, 2005. And so when we read this, I read this last commissioners court meeting or the one before, there's concern on number 6. It said the county will provide funding for fuel, insurance, other expenses in support of these activities as budgeted and approved. And some of the commissioners felt like it'd be better with the word may instead of will. And of course, I've been consulting with our county attorney, Mr. Malone, on this. And I know Mr. Now is here. Good morning again, Mr. Now from Gold Lake Volunteer Fire Department. Mr. Malone, do you have any other comments on the change in the word from will to may as budgeted and approved?
Well, not really, if the volunteer fire department will agree to it. I think either way it would be fine, doesn't hurt to change it.
Once I sort of, I thought felt the same way, either way is fine, but whatever the commissioner court wants to do. Commissioner Williams, you have some comments?
Well, the only other one that we talked about was the first one. The terms of the agreement was set for 10 years.
Oh, yeah, that's.
The first one was only 1 year,
Yeah,
and 10 years, I mean, oh, that's a long time. That this whole commissioner's court could be totally different in 10 years. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I hate for it to fall through the cracks again like it did before.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the recommendation I'm thinking, Judge. I just 10 years is a long time. This plan that they just presented was just 5 years.
yeah.
The plans for the emergency coordinator in that little red book or that big red book that they got, I think it's only like 7 years. Is that right, Melissa, or something like that? I don't know if but I think it's like 7 years.
Well, we can make a
So,
quotation of 5 years, and do it
but
5 years, and I think.
I would be more for the 5 years. I like that.
We can change the verbiage on this and not have to bring it back again.
Yes, yes, yes.
So is everybody happy then with the may provide funding as budgeted and approved?
Yes.
Commissioner Now, did you need to tell us anything? You want to call? Well, appreciate you coming, appreciate all the work you do. Okay, any other questions or comments, discussion on this? I'll make a motion, we approve the interlocal agreement for Mills County Sheriff's Office and the Gulfport Volunteer Fire Department with, one change being from, on number one, from 10 years to 5 years. And leave everything else as written. Does that sound good? Okay, I made that motion. I hear a second. Second by Commissioner Sullivan. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the interlocal agreement to the Gold Blade VFD and the Sheriff's Office, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 13, consider an act on hardware disposal for the Sheriff's Department and related matters. Commissioners, I fell down on the court last time because I didn't have the information I needed to get. I thought the sheriff had it. He didn't know either, so we're lost and confused, but I got information now. So these, we got on the printout. This was what was done about 3 years ago in the Sheriff's Department when, Sheriff Hammonds had taken out that camera equipment. All this stuff was boxed up in a closet. So this has been sitting in a closet. Goldsmith went through it and found it in the closet. These are the old cameras from 11 years ago. And being all this, camera equipment, hard drives and everything, you just can't throw them in the trash can. It's got to be disposed of properly. Goldsmith will do that. And all the hard drives have been erased. Goldsmith has told me. So this is just the procedure we're gonna go through to have them pick it up and get rid of it. So,
Good explanation.
Sheriff, anything I miss on that?
I make a motion, we approve the hardware disposal for the Sheriff's Department.
Motion been made by Commissioner Williams for approving the hardware disposal from the Sheriff's Department. I'll second by Commissioner Parton. In the discussion, all those in favor of approving the hardware disposal from the Sheriff's Department, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it unanimously. Number 14, Commissioner Sullivan, lead us off with Commissioner's request and report. Go ahead, sir.
Well, we've been working on County Road 306 and, doing some good work on that. We'll be moving to 505, 506, and 510, 512 this coming month.
That's a lot of roads there, Commissioner.
A lot of them. We work on them.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah.
Commissioner Parton, anything going on in your precinct? last week? Pretty quiet out your way, isn't it?
We're trying to get a bridge finished on 508. Been raining, they've had no activity. They like their guardrails, they like their fences, I think that's it. No close. Got the boxcar deal. The company Myers Concrete's supposed to start Monday if weather permit. Start the excavation of it. And we put up a temporary fence around the area this week. Possibly have somebody out there Wednesday or Thursday to do that. It'll be a 4-rail barbed wire fence so that we can open the boxcar area up to work on. TxDOT has contacted us that they will start on the 112 project, Browns Creek Bridge, north of Lake Merritt, June 1st. So I kind of look for June to be a pretty busy month.
And for the public's information, they're estimating, this is an estimate with the road, County Road 189 will be shut down for possibly 3 weeks, correct? Or
It
longer.
could be a month and a half.
Yeah. Well, depending on
Depends on
weather.
weather.
Okay,
They're saying they'll be in now there in a month, the contractor.
Uh-huh.
We're still gonna have some work to do, so I'm gonna say in the next month and a half,
Okay,
then it'll be closed.
okay.
and then,
112 will be closed and 508 will be closed. So until we get some work completed, there's gonna be several county road closures.
And 112 is at north of Lake Merritt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think, I may find out differently, I don't think 112 is gonna be that big a deal, because the people on the east side of the lake can feed out towards 16. People on the west side of the lake can feed out towards 84. I don't think we'll have the issues with that like we've had on 508. And 508, I was told, not by TxDOT, by the bridge contractors, that they would be in out there by January the 1st. It's June.
Just 6 months behind.
So they're still not done,
Yeah,
so.
okay.
So I don't know. Maybe Kevin might have one or the sheriff, maybe. You need an inspector's hat is what you need, a hard hat to go to all these
Yeah,
bridges
thank
to
you.
inspect it.
I think I'm gonna change my duties, bridge inspector.
Anyway, well, the same bridge I was told that's gonna get redone over there by Lake Merritt is by the same contractors just doing 508.
Supposedly not.
Huh, well, he told me, Justin Reyes called me and said it was the same builder.
I don't know. It's a different type of bridge. The one on 112 will be a free span bridge.
Well, that's good. This one should have,
So
this one should
I
have.
think that'll be a more positive deal, but try to get, hopefully by the end of 2026, we'll have some of these projects done.
And I'll just piggyback off of him, Judge. We went down and we spent a day with, Dale and I did helping the contractor to help try to speed up the process
Uh-huh.
and moving some equipment or moving some material and stuff. And it seemed like it didn't do much good, but we'll see on that.
It
and-
didn't do what we wanted.
That's right. We wanted them to be done. But anyway, but that, and I need 508 to get open because it's a FEMA project on my end. So as soon as it gets open, we can get on that route. We did, some road work on 433 and 432. Did some blading, spot blading around, also cleared a, right away out on County Road 441. Other than that, I know it said in the minutes that our safety meeting was gonna be on the 29th, but we had to move that because my son and his wife are having a baby, and so my wife told me we could not do that day.
Very clear.
So we moved it, got it posted, all that's legal. We're gonna do it after court today and have that this afternoon since it's a short week. We're trying to get it done in this week, Judge, so.
I don't think I can make, I got several things going on.
Well, that's,
Anyway,
and I tell you what we're gonna talk about. We've had a lot of rattlesnakes problems this year, and so around equipment and around stuff like that, so that's gonna be one of those things. Other than that, I'll be out of the office at the end of the week, so,
Yeah.
but other than that, that's it, Judge.
okay. Okay, number 15, county judges report. All I got is thanks to all the people, local Mills County people who get all these flags put up down the highways, all the cemeteries. I was up at Old Lake Cemetery this weekend. Every veteran has got an American flag. So I don't want to name, I know there's several people who did all that work. I don't want to name you, but I forget Commissioner Williams. I know you're
Oh.
very much involved in it. But there's a lot of individuals spend a lot of time doing that. So hats off to these individuals in Mills County for recognizing our warriors that have departed us, these veterans. And number 16 is adjournment. I'll make a motion, we adjourn. Second by Commissioner Sullivan. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Have a good week, short one.